No quiche in my household.
Welcome, listeners, to the Adeptus Terra Podcast, the podcast where bolters roar, heresy burns, and the galaxy is forever on the brink of annihilation. Whether you're a battle-hardened veteran of the Long War or a fresh recruit just stepping onto the battlefield, this is your place for all things Warhammer 40k and the Horus Heresy. Each episode we dive into the lore, the tabletop, factions, and the endless conflicts that define the 41st millennium, from the God Emperor's Imperium to the darkest horrors of the warp. So steel your resolve, check your dice, and prepare for war. Hello and welcome. I'm Matt.
I'm Sam.
And I'm Neil.
And here we are for episode 2 of season 4. We have, I was going to say lots planned, but it's a little bit stripped back this season.
I like it.
A couple of segments for you. We have our usual musings and ramblings of what we've been up to this month, as well as for this episode, a lore spotlight based around quarantined worlds of the Imperium. So hopefully that will get your taste buds flowing for some fluff, for narrative opportunities in your gaming, and hopefully unearth some unknown lore to you. We're looking forward to the episode. Before we jump into our Legion of 3 and what we've been up to, it'll be worth mentioning, as ever, our next month's Hobby Hangout, which is the 29th of March, starting from 8 p.m. These run on Google Meet. We put the invite, the link to the Hangout on our Facebook and on our Discord server. So make sure you're on either of those things, preferably both, so you don't miss out on anything. And come and join us while we hang out for a couple hours, doing some fun hobby and just chatting a load of nonsense. Other than highlighting that, we have event news. There's not much to give right now. Nearly all members are all paid up and locked into their allegiances, taking a little bit more time than desired, but very soon all of that will go public and we'll connect our players that are attending the event to one another, and the road to Hivanni Prime will be truly underway. So look out for that, specifically if you're coming to the event, but we will, again, in the build-up, as well as post the event, talk a lot about it on the podcast and posting on social media. So do watch out for that and learn some of the lore and story that we've been telling for the past 4 years.
Feels like longer.
It feels. We didn't do one last year, right?
No.
So it was the year before that.
Yep. No,
we did do one last year.
We did.
There was a year
before.
gap then.
Yeah.
So it would be this will be the 4th year.
Yeah.
So it's been a long old story and long old road, and we're looking forward to bringing it to its climax, its crescendo.
I did hear Neil likes a climax.
But don't we all?
I don't think it normally takes him 4 years.
10 to 15 seconds.
20 seconds if you're lucky.
And any longer than that, it just goes soft.
I wanted some witty banter, but it just wasn't coming to me.
It's better than coming on you, I guess.
Yes.
That was a fun weekend.
Oh God. What we've been up to, gentlemen.
That's what I said in the shower.
What have we been up to, gentlemen? Blimey.
It's right. Me and Keith were. It was fun.
You and Keith.
Me and Keith. I think Keith's a good name.
God, help me.
Oh dear.
What have we been doing, gentlemen? What have we been doing?
Actually, fuck all.
Really?
Like genuinely, I've struggled with this so much. I have failure to launch like three sessions of me trying to do hobby.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so like I've been obviously trying to work on those Saturnines. Most uninspiring. Like I think it's just building, it's just boring as fuck, and I don't really feel like I'm building towards anything.
Building has changed. I genuinely prefer to paint than build models now, which is insane to say out loud.
Yeah.
Like the new
bought
kits
stuff.
are great. I don't want to poo-poo the new kits
Yeah.
that Games Workshop have
Mhm.
bled into in the last year or so.
Yeah.
But they are just, there's something about them that doesn't trigger inspiration or excitement. It's just like, oh, this is a lot of work to get to my end goal.
It feels like you're very stuck in, here is one pose.
Yeah.
And you don't have...
Do you remember when it used to be, here's a 10-man tack squad, you build 10 torsos that are all exactly the same, and then you go, right, how do I then make the arms on here?
I think that's what it is, right? Because you were so limited with what you were provided with, you had to go outside of the box.
Yeah.
And I enjoyed that process.
Yeah.
Whereas now you're giving me amazingly posed and lovely looking models, but it is just glue A to B to C to D.
Yeah.
And it's like, eh.
And I go too deep. I do think this speaks more to the social media ruining of attention spans. Like everybody now moves into these 10 second windows, right? 10 seconds is like the longest amount of time you'll probably hover on a TikTok or not TikTok. Don't ever hover on TikTok. TikTok's shit. Let's talk about social security another time. The longest you'll spend on like an Instagram is like 10 seconds maximum, right? And I think there are of course the old fucks that will be into the old style models that will lovingly pore over how to build those models and the fact that
I am one of these old fucks.
Yeah, exactly. And then there's these new fucks who are just want to get models built and painted and onto a table as quickly as possible.
So it's your fault.
But I'm not.
It's kind of in between.
I'm in between. Like I love the convenience of the like pre-posed models and the fact that I don't have to think about it because I was never good at that. Like I was never good at like conversions and kit bashing and stuff. So actually having models that look beyond like, hey, do you remember the old school bolter marines? You just push the bolter into the model.
Yeah.
Like beyond, I'm happy we've moved beyond that. And we've kind of gone to these really cool looking models, but it just feels like boring. Like I'm so bored building these models.
Yeah.
So I've got in theory, I have 4 projects on the go.
Yeah.
Right. I have Votan. So I did actually buy some Votan this month.
Cool.
So just because I've been working towards my list.
This month?
Yeah.
God.
Since we last recorded.
That's crazy.
So we I can talk about that because that's in this bit, right? So I went to the Wayland. Wayland have opened a new hobby centre from the fact that they've moved out of Hockley and they're now close to TM25, saving themselves like 10 grand a year or something
now
postage.
In Brentwood.
Is it Brentwood?
Yeah.
Sure. Cusp of the M25.
Yep.
And they've opened up this new warehouse and attached. They've actually put an actual shop in with an actual gaming hall and an actual restaurant rather than a warehouse that they've just put tables into the corner of. It's really cool. It's really nice and really well done.
I've heard the tables are really good. Like they adjust heights and stuff.
Yeah, which was great for people like Neil who crunches every time he stands up. So having a table at nipple height for him.
The stalls are very, very low though.
Oh, are they? Okay,
there's always going to be a problem.
Because you've actually played there.
I didn't
kind
play.
Of.
I went with the aims of playing.
Yeah. And you nailed it.
One of our group son was picked to have a boxing match. Basically, beginning of last week, he was picked to have a boxing match on the Friday as well, and it's just like, for fuck's sake.
I was going to say, I can't, but I didn't want to. I probably shouldn't say that about someone that can actually box.
No. So we have no idea if he won or not. Lee hasn't told us.
Do you know what? I saw someone post a thing on Facebook of going to a boxing match, or on Instagram. Sorry, so maybe it was the same one.
Could have been.
It was in Margate.
Oh, maybe not then.
But yeah, so I went along, and so I've been to.
So how quickly did you volunteer yourself to not play?
Well,
when they were like, Bill's at Margate to watch this. I'll do it. I won't play.
Well, no, it was more of a case of I had everything with me.
Yeah.
So I had Necrons, I had the rulebook, I had the codex, I had tape measure dice, everything. I had objective markers with me as well.
Yeah, wonderful.
So I went.
You actually went to the intention of playing?
I went with the full intention of playing.
Yeah.
And the other two had set up.
Everyone else brought 30k though, but
no, they brought 1,500 points. I was just like, right, okay, fair enough. And it's like, right, so you're going to play objectives today, because otherwise you're just going to annihilate him.
Okay.
And so I made them play objectives.
So did you help them play? Basically?
I attempted to help them play.
Yeah.
With some weird and wonderful rules.
Which is so strange.
It would be worth saying that these are 2 very new players.
Yes.
Either to this edition or just tabletop hobby.
Yeah.
So it makes sense. Still, God help them, that Neil is the most experienced player in
Yeah,
the room.
quite exactly. It's worrying, but so one of them has played sort of like 5th edition, so his understanding of how wound rolls and how wounds work was very out of date.
Yeah.
So he was basically going, "Oh, I've done all this damage, so this model takes 2, and then all the others pass over." It's like, no, that's not how it works anymore.
Yeah, okay. See, we went to it. You went to Wayland.
Yep.
Really modern, clean.
Yeah.
My
Yeah.
favourite thing in Wayland is that there's a shower
That's interesting.
in Wayland.
Yeah.
I'm guessing it's because the toilets are probably for the people that work there as well.
Yeah.
So they can go and shower after cycling in because, everybody, they've got to provide like environmentally friendly mode of transport.
I didn't go to the toilets, so
Always visit a toilet in an establishment. You've got to see how much they care. But yeah, there's a shower. So I thought that was a really good move for a gaming store to actually have a shower that we can push people into.
Yep.
So yeah, I didn't play. I went to hang out, have something to eat, and then buy stuff. So I bought some Votan. So I've got the Votan on the move.
You picked me up some Tech Priests.
I did. I've got the Votan on the go. I've got my Saturnine Terminators on the go. I also started my kill team flame guys, the fanatics.
Oh yes, these are going to be.
They're going to be
Zealots,
command squad.
right?
Yeah, they're going to be zealots. They're going to be a command squad in my guard, and then I've got like 40. No, it must be 20 of the Cawdor.
House Cawdor.
House Cawdor, because they've got like the
Yeah.
things, and the very kind of zealoty,
Yeah.
who will be the standard guys in a
They'll
squad.
be like the infantry squad, yeah.
Yeah, and they'll be my count as infantry squad.
Fair enough.
So yeah, I started them. By starting them, I got the boxes out and cut the cellophane off and pulled out the spray and went, "Oh, these are really nice."
Back in the
But
box.
back it goes.
But building them will be uninspiring.
It just, I don't know what it is. I'm desperately trying to get myself out of the funk, but at the same time, kind of not.
Yeah.
I need to get back to it. That was only 3. The 4th one is I have collected all of my doors
Yes.
for my ZM table.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
damn,
I've
Ross.
been looking at the terrain for my ZM table, and I've been looking at the terrain for our moon table and how we're going to do that.
Yeah, that's cool.
Okay.
So yeah, I have been thinking about it.
Cool.
And actually pulling stuff out. But again, it's very passive. Got everything out of the
Yeah.
loft, looked at it for a bit, went, well, this is great. Put it back in the loft. So yeah. So mine's very, very light. I need to do more. I moved all my paints off my desk to make me not paint even more.
Yeah, I saw them.
They're now away from my desk. I've gone for a clean desk look. So it's not so suppressive and easy and convenient for me to paint.
Yeah, well done.
Yeah, I know. And even reading, right? I was reading the second Dark Angel books.
Yes.
The Caliban one.
Yeah.
I just got really frustrated at how slow the story is and how much Dark Angels really fucking wind me up. And so I stopped reading it.
Who wrote this one?
I don't know. Some fuck. Neil. Graham McNeil. He's a
No.
guy.
It'll probably be
Do you know
Gav
what?
Thorpe.
I can tell you.
It'll probably be a Thorpey book.
I'm tracking the books I've read
Cool.
on an app called Goodreads. Mainly because I want to read at least 6 books this year, which doesn't sound like a lot considering my sister's read like 9 books already this year.
Yeah.
But for me, going from not reading lots, so
There's
read,
always one that overachieves.
it's just she just doesn't have a life. I was gonna say something really horrible then, I should say. Gav Thorpe,
Yes.
Angels of Caliban, Gav
Yep,
Thorpe.
there we
I
go.
am, according to Goodreads, I am 72% of the way through.
Ah.
So I'm nearly there, but it just is so uninspiring. That's what I think it is. I'm lacking inspiration
Fair enough.
Yeah.
and motivation, and maybe the campaign we're going to run will kind of tick that up.
Yep.
And I'll play
Yeah,
through.
I'm hoping it does. I'm kind of working towards getting ready for that. Started Great Guns.
Let you go. You talk about your motivational stuff rather than my
but
pity corner.
It's not me that's the pity corner.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Take it back. I don't like it.
Yeah. But I started quite Great Guns this month. Like
Yep.
just kind of going, I need to get stuff done. So Sam picked up a couple of Tech Priests. One I'm going to use as a Magos and one as a Tech Priest for my Mechanicum.
Mm-hmm.
I also got my 6 Ursarax all finished and built. I built a Castellax that I had half built for like 2 months. And I was like, his legs are just sitting there. I should probably sort the torso and everything else out. And now pretty much everything I own, which is 90% of my force that I'll be playing in the first round of the event, is base coated and at least the first silver. I think the tech thralls still need the second silver, like the highlight, but everything else has that. And I've picked out a Castellax and an Ursarax that I've been kind of playing around as tester models. And I think I've got a kind of colour scheme down. I'm going for mainly kind of silver, but not quite the whole Necron method. I'm using like a dark blue on their screens or like the head area. On the Castellax, it's that middle piece on the top of it. Is like a very dark, almost like my Night Lord's blue.
Right, okay.
It's a blue
Is it a Night Lord's blue?
No, I bought...
Okay, right. You just go, what colours have I got?
No. It was a little bit like that. I was like, what colour might work, be quite nice, that would look good for a screen that isn't just black. But also, so like I didn't want to go too crazy bright. And I was going through my paints and I found a blue that I bought originally as my first colour that I was going to use for my Night Lords. Yeah. And then went a different blue in the end.
Yeah.
So it was a blue that I bought and never even opened. So I was like, I can use it for this. That'll be cool. So it's a Vallejo. I can't remember exactly what blue it is. It's like a dark navy blue. So
Imperium
that's like an
blue?
accent.
Is it dropper bottle one?
Yeah.
Not the squeezy one. Okay.
Yeah. I've got that, and then I'm using kind of accents of like yellow for the guns, so they're quite like weaponry. So that kind of stands out as like a pinpoint. I plan to do a lot of kind of OSL on the jets and engine parts and things that could be glowing, plasma weaponry. Plasma weaponry and things like that. Like just anything that is glowy or an opportunity to glow. And I think because I've gone for quite a light silver, I think doing a kind of my Martian-y ready base, I think will look quite nice on them as well. So that's kind of the scheme. It's simple, but there are intentional kind of colour spots that hopefully make the models not look a bit plain and boring. And that's what I'm kind of going with. The Magos and stuff will be a little bit more interesting. I'm not sure whether to do their robes the dark blue or the bright yellow.
Right, okay.
The bright yellow will make them stand out more, which could be really good. But are robes normally like bright yellow? Like, I don't know. It's a bit of a what one? I'm not sure.
I think bright yellow would be cool, and I think you just have to suitably weather it and make it like dusty. I think that would be kind of nice.
That's the kind of plan. My plan is to kind of get everything almost like parade ground, get it all done, get the oil washes on, get everything like ready to play. Yeah. And then I'm going to slowly go throughout the campaign, adding rust points and dusting and all the real finer details as I go.
I was thinking about tech priests, and I thought that you could use for like the rank and because they're more abundant in 30k, right?
Yeah.
You have to have more of them, and there's only like I think 5 models now for tech priests in the range.
Well, the weird thing is kind of everything in Games Workshop is a tech priest,
right?
So like the so I've got the big floaty fat guy.
Yeah.
That was one of the models Sam picked up for me, and he's on like a 60mm base, like massive. But then the other one that you got me, which was like a neuroscientist, I can't remember what it was called, is on like a 25mm base and looks like a guardsman size. Yeah, and you're like, these are both called tech priests. This makes no sense.
Yeah.
So I'm using the bigger ones as Magos and then the smaller ones as tech priests.
I was thinking, do you know the electro priests?
Yeah.
They would be really cool
for
like bog standard rank and file non-special dudes.
Yeah.
Because buy a box of them for like 30 quid. And then you've got 5 models. A little bit of conversion, don't get me wrong. You need to put some axes on there or something. But actually, they'd be pretty cool. And who doesn't want to paint shirtless priests?
Yeah, I need one more tech priest at the moment for I don't for my 1,000 points, but as soon as we go up higher, I need another tech priest.
Yeah.
So I've been looking at the engine seer one because he has the servo arm.
He's so pretty.
Yeah, and he goes with the Castellax really well. 'Cause I'm running Cybernetica with the servo arm. And whereas the others, you can kind of have a little bit more stripped back because if you're taking, I always say it wrong, but like Lacrymenta, it's all like it's a bit more. Is a bloke with an axe, like if that makes sense. He's not a mechanic in the same way, but it was fun having to rework the list. I tell you what, I had a stressful 20 minutes. My book's still here with Sam. Okay. Sorry, I said here, but like everyone would know where we are. We're at Sam's, I suddenly I can't remember what it was. I must have been watching a battle report or something, and someone had mentioned like, oh, obviously you can only take one logistical benefit prime unit in a single detachment.
Yeah, and
I was like,
oh,
well, at first I heard it as army.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh god, I've got two, and then I read it and it said detachment, and I went, oh, that's okay. I've got two, but that's across the whole army. But then when I actually looked at lower cost at 1,000 points, they're both off of my prime command and my prime troop. So they're both in the same detachment, which meant one of those units was illegal. And with Mechanicum, you can't mix their, what they call tech arcana or whatever. So you can't have Cybernetica units in with Lacrymenta units.
Right. Okay.
So even though I had a space for my, I think it was the Ursarax, their Lacrymenta, I had my Thalax in a perfectly fine detachment that the Ursarax could go in, but because they're two different Arcanas, they can't go in them. So then I need another detachment just for that one unit. Now I don't have enough detachments because I've only got one Magos who gives me two, and I now need three. So I will take out a Tech Priest, put in a Magos, change some things around, and I've now reworked my 1,000 points to actually be legal, which is good. I'd like to start the campaign not cheating. And it meant that I need to buy less, which is quite nice.
Fair enough.
That was like, 6 less guys. That's nice.
Cool.
But yeah, we'll see if it works in terms of on the table, in terms of rules and stuff. I don't know, but I'm glad that I've got that sorted. But yeah, I mean, on top of that, the only thing I have done is I base coated 10 Blood Claws and a Wolf Priest. They were just sitting on the side, and I needed to base coat some of the Mechanicum. I had some leftover black, so I just got those done as well. So they're all magnetized and in the magnet case. Like eventually, I will get to, but Mechanicum are the primary thing really. But yeah, so that's really been my month. It's slowed down recently. We had some sad news in the family, so that kind of has really taken a lot of the wind out of my sails the last week or so. So I'm a little bit behind of where I wanted to be, but there's still hope. I'm not like screwed completely yet. But March may be like, hey, I need to play 2 games in like 3 weeks. Let's get this done. But yeah, but that's me really.
Neil, you have a lofty list.
I have a lofty list. Well, it's not a massively lofty list, but
I did think when I saw that you when you were talking about Wayland on our chat, I was like fuck, Neil's played more games than me this month, and then that makes sense. You didn't play.
Didn't play in the end.
I couldn't play because I didn't have anyone to play against.
Balance is restored. It's fine.
So yeah, as we said, went to Wayland Games. I managed to pick up. I needed a new pin vice drill, so I bought the Army Painter one. It's very nice. Why? Because I don't know where my GW one's.
No, why'd you buy that one? Is that because you were just there and you thought,
it was there?
It
was
on the
cheap.
shelf.
It was cheaper than the Games Workshop one.
Yeah.
In fact, I bought the drill and some spare drill bits for the same price as the GW one.
Wow. Squid? Is it Squidmar? Squidmar did they do a series of videos which is like basically, is this a rip-off?
Buying cheap stuff.
Yeah.
Like, is this rip-off? And they've gone through like Games Workshop,
yeah,
all of the hobby supply stuff, and Games Workshop, Element Games, a few others, Timu, and they kind of go, is it actually good or is it a rip-off? I thought that was quite good. I think they spoke highly of the Army Painter one.
It's a nice drill to use.
Yeah.
Because you can take the end off, and there are different size collets held within the drill itself. So you change them out so you can put your bigger drill bits in.
Yeah.
So that was nice. Also picked up some more purple paints. So I'm trialing some Army Painter.
Oh.
Yeah. Do you know what? I've really enjoyed using my Army Painter. All my Death Guard are all Army Painter.
Mm-hmm.
The silvers I'm using are the Army Painter silvers that I used in my Death Guard. Because I only used them for like spots on the Death Guard.
Yeah.
Whereas for the Mechanicum, they're like all silver.
All
so I'm
silver.
probably going to have to get some more. But yeah, I'm enjoying them. They go through the airbrush pretty well as well.
Cool. So yeah, obviously went to Wayland, tried to help out with the game, managed to get the Salamanders player to actually win.
Okay. Is it weird seeing Salamanders under your control win?
No. So yeah, what else did I... No, that was it picked up from Wayland Games. I also went to another hobby shop that's near work, which is called Bomb Ran Games. It's it used to just be a vape shop, and then they've expanded into stocking
Vape and modelling.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly. They stock.
Do you know what that sounds like? The guy that owns the vape shop wants good discounts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's probably what it is.
Cost price from GW is what he wants.
But yeah, so went in there and he does Army Painter. He does Citadel paints. He's got the Vallejo game color range as well.
Oh my god, he's in. He's fully in.
And then literally went in. And it's like 40k, Sigmar, Spearhead,
Wow.
Kill Team, Heresy. So
Wow.
I literally went straight to the back of the store.
Yeah,
and
full in.
literally just flicked through absolutely everything. I was like, that's what I need. Melee weapons.
How does it work?
Cool.
How does it work for stores? Like, do they have to pay up front for stock, or do they get it on like layaway when they sell it? They pay Games Workshop back.
I think they buy the stock
So
because
it's a bit of a gamble.
yeah, I want to say that's there'll be different deals for different stores due to how much they also run.
Yeah.
No, just thinking of if it works anything like some of the confectionery contracts and stuff that we've used and things like you have to order X amount per month to get the discounted lot, or it jumps the next band,
Okay.
and things like that.
Yeah.
Which might be why places like Wayland and Element and stuff have decent discounts because they order so much. And in the smaller stores, sometimes you see them and you walk into a third-party store that doesn't have much on the shelf.
Yep.
And you look at the cost and it's nearly GW price, and you think, what are you doing?
Yeah.
I can just order this down the road, not that far to go to Wayland to get it cheaper.
Yeah.
But it's often because they haven't been able to access the cheaper cost price. But I could be talking nonsense because I've never tried to run a hobby store.
But it would kind of make sense with the place in Faversham not being able to stock much in the way of Games Workshop stuff these days.
It wouldn't surprise me if they're like, if you 0 to 10 boxes is this much, and if you're 0 to 100, it's this much.
Yeah.
And
So,
in very simplistic terms.
indeed. So, purchase-wise, bought the melee weapons box set, which has got a nice amount of different things in there.
Good.
I really liked the underslung bolters.
Yeah,
So on
you
the
put
right
a picture,
arm,
yeah.
A couple of bolters that are just on a sling.
Yeah.
And I've got one guy that's pointing his hand in a direction with a Nuncio Vox on.
Ah, cool.
So just something a little bit different.
It's a great way of those kind of individual models in units that are slightly different.
Mm-hmm.
And one, they get more character by doing that, but also they're easier to spot.
Yeah.
Where's my Nuncio? Oh, it's the guy with the antenna, but also the underslung bolter and the pointing. And
Exactly.
yeah.
That's cool.
Why often you see sergeants without helmets, because it's easier to see where your sergeant is. It's the only one with skin colour.
Yeah. So I haven't quite built as much as I planned to by this weekend, but I've done the 20 tactical marines, 5 palatine blades, the Praetor model,
Oh, cool, yeah.
and I've primed the tac squad and the Praetor,
Nice.
and I've tested out one of the purple from Army Painter on the Contemptor Dreadnought that I've put into the list rather than
Leviathan?
Leviathan.
Ah, cool. It's
So he can fit through doors.
yeah.
Good. The
That's
right way.
Way better, yeah. Yeah, that's good.
And yeah, it does look a good purple. So I'm going to attempt to smash through everything else now over the next couple of days, prime everything.
Yeah.
The hardest thing is going to be the spoilers because...
The spoilers,
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because backpacks and assault backpacks and magnetizing backpacks and magnetizing chain swords and instead of chain axes, because the Mark II assault squads come with chain axes.
Yeah, but I'd just run them as... just keep them axes. And just...
No. This isn't going to work for Neil.
No.
I know, but...
He doesn't like the easy way of doing things.
Nah. Magnets, job done, happy days.
Yeah, well, you say job done. They do need to be done.
Well, and from what Neil's saying, he might even be further ahead than you are.
No.
No, I don't think I am, but...
Come on, Neil, you can do it.
I mean,
I
I
can do
need
it.
to... I
Be
need
fully
to,
painted
to
format.
be fair, I need to buy 6 models, build them,
Yeah,
and
you got
paint
time.
them.
He ain't going to buy stuff.
I'm going to have to do it today, otherwise I'm in trouble.
But yeah, so I'm
Because
going to
it's
do a
not
bit
just
more.
getting complete by recording. We've got to play all our games before recording.
I've got another 5 palatine blades to build.
Yeah,
That they have been the most painful things to build because they're resin.
they're the Forge World resin ones, right? Yeah.
Flipping horrible. My hands are covered in super glue
Yeah,
as a
okay.
result. But yeah, the spoiler squad, it's going to be interesting, but it'll get done, and then I can do all the wonderful painting and ta-da! And gold.
Yes.
To paint gold.
Purple and gold.
Cool.
Yeah.
Very cool, very cool. Anything going on outside of? I'm guessing you've been hooked on computer games.
Yep.
I've managed to kick my mild satisfactory addiction.
Nice.
Quitter.
Do you know what? It was just becoming a problem. and yeah, what have I been doing? I went back to start playing.
We need to play more Raft.
So I started my own raft.
I've started my own Raft too.
That was quite fun.
I started my own raft many, many years ago when he bought it for me.
But
then I stopped.
Chris bought it for me, and we now play on a Sunday evening.
Chris and I bought it for you.
Oh, it just came from Chris.
Yeah, because only one person can do it.
Yeah.
But that's fine.
Well, I didn't know that you bought it with him, did I?
I told you.
Oh, I forgot.
Anyway, so it's like the only game I buy people.
Yeah.
So it's a really good game. If you don't have it, buy it. We should play us 3.
Yeah,
That'd be
cool.
good.
No, we should play Satisfactory.
I don't have that game. Feel free to buy it for me.
So I've
because I need.
Do you know what? Actually, I think I got not sick of my world, but you know when you get so far into it,
Yep.
you don't know this, but when you get so far into it, like, and you go, oh, man, that was this is not the right path.
No,
But then you're like, I can't.
I'm fully committed.
I'm in now.
Yeah.
I'm in, and I have to. I started building my main base tower block. And I'd got up to like 3 levels of it, of having like mild stuff being built and running pipe work. And I was like, why the fuck am I building here?
Where did you build this time?
On the base of the same place as before.
Oh, okay.
The one that I had before, I basically just collapsed it all and just started building upwards.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I got to the point I was like, it's more effort for me to try and figure this out than it is just to play something else. So I started playing Timberborners again. Timberborn.
That's the Beaver one.
The
isn't
Beaver
it?
game.
Yeah.
So I've completed, but
I'm a little addicted to that game.
But I've completed. So you complete it by there's 2 factions. One of the factions, Folktales, you complete it by having an Earth repopulator, which basically sends seeds of trees out into the world to kind of help it grow more. It's post-apocalyptic. They've got an advert now. It's quite cool. So that's how you complete the game.
Okay, yeah.
So there's like you can hit like cool, thank you very much, and then carry on playing. But I was like, this is a great point to force me to stop playing. So I did that, and I was like, brilliant, this is cool. I started loading up another one for the other race, and I got to the point now where you in Timberborn, you go through phases of being, man, this is really hard. one misstep, it's going to fuck me up. Like,
Yeah.
I have one drought and it takes out all my water, and then all of a sudden all my beavers die.
Yeah.
And I've got to the point now where I can pretty much just build what I like, and I just sit there waiting for time.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, it's just got a bit boring. So I stopped, and then I started playing Raft. So I started building a Raft. And then what I don't like about Raft playing on your own is, one, it's way better when you're playing with other people.
Yeah, oh yeah.
2, when you die, the only way to get back up is to reset yourself to your bed, but you lose 2/3 of your inventory.
You can change that
Oh,
in the settings.
that's cheating though.
It's the easier setting.
Right.
It's not cheating. It's just you do the easy one rather than the
Oh.
normal.
I'm playing on hard.
Yeah. I think it's 1/3 for normal then, and 2/3 for hard, and it's like when you die, you just go back to your bed. So
Oh.
you've still got everything you've got.
Oh, because I had a couple of times where I had a shit ton of stuff,
Uh-huh.
and then the shark one shot me, and I was like, okay,
Yeah,
well,
I'm sure there's easy. Probably you take less damage from the shark. I haven't looked deeply into it.
no.
But when I started solo, I was just like, I don't know if I'm going to enjoy it on my own. So I just
Yeah.
started easy,
Yeah,
thinking maybe I'll be able to change it once I start.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
if not, I'll just start again.
yeah,
And it's fine, but I did it for like an hour and a bit. And what I've been playing instead of that is Planet Zoo.
yeah.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Building my own zoo and stuff
Yeah.
is way more
Chill.
engaging.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
it's more stress than Raft is.
Okay.
Because you got like quarantines and inspections. Like if you're playing it
Ah.
properly,
Quarantines.
it's
That's
loads of
convenient.
stuff. Yeah. Loads of like different annoyances that can happen.
Yeah.
You got like monitors certain things, and it can get quite in depth. But that's quite an easy, fun. Like go on, build an enclosure, take
Yeah.
probably half an hour to get it all dialed in, and then you're like, I can put this down now.
Yeah.
Like, that's how I've been playing it, which has meant it hasn't been a time sink.
Right,
Yeah.
You're
okay.
like, oh, I've got half an hour. I should probably be painting, yes,
Yeah.
but I'm a bit brain fried. I
Yep.
can give this a bit of a go. If I'm not feeling it, I can just hit save and leave.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And so far, that's been quite fun. I built a steam train that goes all the way around my zoo, and I'm slowly like doing different areas. So I've got like an Arctic area in Africa,
Yeah.
Cool.
kind of,
cool.
and a station at each kind of different
Uh-huh.
biome.
I also purchased in the Steam sale all of the Borderlands.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Okay, so have you never played Borderlands before?
Never,
Okay.
ever. And I picked up the first. Well, I picked up all of them, and I started playing the first one because it runs on Steam Deck.
Yep.
And I was away, so I was like, "Oh, great, get a game that I can play on Steam Deck." I don't know whether or not I'm missing something, but one of the missions that it gives you, like near the beginning when you're in the starter world, it gives you this. You have to go and kill these, like this gang, and like I'm like level 6 or 7, they're level
Yeah.
12, and they're just the lead guy. I just can't kill him. Like it's just taking so much effort, and I'm like, this can't be right. Like.
Go and kill some other stuff and then
Yeah,
come back to it.
I think that's what it is. I think basically I'm getting fixated on this one mission rather
Yeah.
than going, I'm not there yet. I'll come back to it later.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I'm getting fixated on this mission, and I kind of got a bit stuck on there, and then I was like, it's gonna be done. And then I also got a I got it for Valentine's Day. Kelly bought it for me. It's like 30-40 quid, and it's like a Game Boy,
Uh-huh.
but it has
Oh.
like 22,000 games
Oh,
in it.
it's one of those.
Oh.
Yeah.
I've been wanting to buy one for so long, but I only ever see them on like social media ads.
Yeah.
And I'm like, do I want to drop 40 quid and get something crap?
No, this thing's amazing.
Okay, I
Like-
might have to ask her where she got it from, and just
Yeah.
because if you're vouching for it, then it'll be all right.
22,000 games.
Does it have the Pokemon games?
Yep. Pokemon, yellow,
Oh.
gold, green, red, like all of those. You can have a look.
Such a
I'll
geek.
bring it up in the middle.
Yeah, I will be so excited if that. Oh,
They had them in this store in Corringham as
oh
well.
okay.
Um,
No, I see them like advertised all the time, so I'm like, they must be good, but they're always slightly different companies.
Yeah.
And you're like, I could just order one and that be the crap one.
Yeah.
And because I don't know, and I'm lazy to do all the research,
Yeah.
I was like, eventually someone I know will get one, and
Yeah.
it'll be good, and then that's the one I'll get.
It's perfect for a mess around game.
uh-huh.
Yeah,
Like, I was playing Tekken 2 the other day.
yeah.
Okay.
Like, for like 20 minutes, and I was like, brilliant. It's kind of like, the original Game Boy where it didn't really save.
Yeah.
Like the Sonic kind of games where you don't really save it. A lot of them are like that. I'm pretty sure you must be able to save it because it's got a memory card built into stuff. But like, I haven't played a game yet on it where I haven't started in the Pokemon because I know it's a slippery slope. Yeah. But like, I was playing Super Mario Kart for the N64. Yeah, and you don't need to save that game. No, it's just you play it and then you stop playing it. And then I was playing Tekken. I also started playing some Crash Bandicoot on there as well. So
that needs saving.
Yeah. So it was good. It's just good as a mess around thing. I have it on my desk, so when I need like 5 minutes of not looking at my screen, I look at that screen instead.
Look at that screen instead.
Yeah, quite.
Oh man.
But so I got that as well.
Nice.
That's very cool.
So these are all reasons why I haven't done any Warhammer this month.
Yeah. I mean, I got an opportunity to play a new game.
Oh.
I played Halo Flashpoint this month, which we all bought for Ben for his 30th.
Yes.
And he's been kind of like eager to get it going. So we found an afternoon that I was available and he was available because neither of us do proper jobs.
I mean, he does do a proper job, but just like part-time.
Yeah. We'll call it that. And we played about, I think, 3 games. We got into like 2 hours, which is like perfect, really. And it's, for those that don't know, Halo Flashpoint is like Spartan team versus either another Spartan team or you can buy like the Brutes or Elites or Flood. Like there are lots of expansions of it. But the base game, we just played base game and it plays like playing multiplayer Halo. So you have spawn points. If one of your Spartans dies, you bring him back on from one of the respawn points. It's like first to 10 kills or whatever you want to set it to to win. There's also weapon crates, so you can go and pick up and you turn over a card and what's on it is the gun you find. So you might find a rocket launcher, you might find a pistol, and each guy has their own kind of slightly unique profile.
Right.
So you have like a long range guy, a combat guy, shotgun guy, that kind of thing. And it's just really, really simple. Like at first, when he was explaining it, I thought, yeah, I understand obviously like things like 40k, 30k, like this isn't that hard. But actually, by the end of the first game, I was like, yeah, I'm ready to play again. And we did. We got 3 games in one afternoon, and it was just fun.
Yeah.
Just running gun, fun, punching, like combat in it is ridiculous. And it's one of these games where it's like you'll shoot someone and do nothing.
Yeah.
Because it's all dice rolls and it's all symbols on dice, a bit like some of the Star Wars games.
Yeah.
So you have like blocks and things like that. So you might shoot and do absolutely nothing, and then next round get into combat and just one shot and just murder something, particularly if you pick up a grav hammer or something. And there's different effects. Like I got a rocket launcher and shot guy, but it also affects everyone like one square around. It's really simple. Like you get 2 actions or 1 long action. And that will tell you your movement is 2 squares, and it's like a grid map on the board. So 2 squares are just 2 squares. And up to a certain height, you just ignore the terrain. You just go straight over it because you're a Spartan. You just jump over it. Like there's no, it's only if you're literally going up into one of the buildings or something that you have to pay attention to how high you're going. And it's just really, really simple, really, really fun. And I just really enjoyed it to the point where I'm like, I kind of want to get this game, but someone in our group has the game. It's one of those, I don't need the game. The likelihood is it doesn't come out that often to play. But I was telling my brother-in-law, Wobble is his nickname. That's just to explain that to everyone that's listening. But Wobble, I was explaining it to him and he was like, oh, that sounds cool. That would be fun to play. So I'm probably going to try and borrow it from Ben and see if I can play it with him. And if he really loves it, then maybe I'll invest. Yeah, because that'd be a really cool thing to do with him because he's not into tabletop game stuff at all. He loves his video games. We both bonded quite quickly on our love of Halo, so it could be a really fun one for that. And Caleb could play it tomorrow. Like it's really simple and easy to play. After like 20 minutes of explaining exactly how everything works, anyone could probably play that game around 10, 12, that kind of age, depending on how mature they are.
Fair enough.
But the Spartan edition comes with the elites, which is what I would like, because then Spartans versus the Covenant is like the tradition.
Yeah.
Whereas and you also get like resin objectives. Like it just looks nicer than the base game. Is all very cardboard. You get one map rather than two. It's
so a bit like with
Deep
Deep
Rock
Rock Galactic.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Spartan Edition is basically like the nice one, and then the Standard Edition is like your bog standard, like £30 game.
Thing is, if you don't buy it soon, will it still be around?
That's the thing. Yeah. So I'm a bit 50-50 at the moment. I sold a bunch of my old kind of unused Ultramarines and some converted my javelins.
Yes.
That I made out of the speeders.
Yep.
I actually sold them all.
Oh,
I stuck them up and just thought, no one's probably going to want them. And they were the first thing to sell.
fair.
Someone wanted all 4. I was like, sweet. I didn't sell them super expensive. I did everything through Heresy Trading on Facebook. But, yeah, it was just, a little bit of income and everything. So this is one of the things I might buy with that money. I definitely need to buy some Mechanicum. I've got a bunch of Space Wolf stuff that I want to buy. So it's all up in the air, but I'll probably make some. You'll probably hear of purchases next month
Yeah, fair
that
enough.
I've made, generating some income.
Nice.
I've still got like some weird, like just odd little bits sticking around. I've got some like Firstborn Space Wolves that I'm doing nothing with, and I'm not planning to play in 40k, so they can probably go. I've got like a Vindicator doing nothing. I've got a set of the old Games Workshop Craters, which, if you want to be one of those people, ROP, go crazy money.
Yeah.
I'm not one of those people, so I won't do that. But I should be able to find something for them, as well as a few other kind of just odd units that are just floating around not really in a collection, just sitting in a box. And it's like, actually, that could be. Those things combined could easily be 1 or 2 Space Wolf units or the Halo Flashpoint game or something like that. So, it kind of re-sparked that selling to buy mentality that I took on since having kids.
Fair enough, yeah. Fair dues.
Yeah.
I'm going to take us back to Satisfactory.
Yeah,
So I'm currently 64 hours into
rookie numbers.
a play.
Rookie numbers.
Bearing in mind, I've restarted multiple
Hang on a
times.
Yeah.
So,
How much time do you have in the game?
I'm going to have to look now.
Go on, look.
I'm looking. I'm not my phone.
I get weekly updates for Caleb's usage on the PC.
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah.
And sometimes I look at them and I think, I'm a bad parent. Oh, so funny. I'm trying to find his latest one and see how many hours he put into Planet. He's really into Planet Zoo, like really into it, which is really cool.
Bearing in mind, update 1.2 comes out this year for Satisfactory.
Yeah. I'll start again then, I guess.
Right. What you got?
I have 300 hours.
How do you reckon I'm on rookie numbers?
I don't know. Do you know what? I don't know if that's even high. That's since the last time I started playing it, by the way. Because I restarted the count.
Oh, you restarted the count?
Yeah.
Why would you restart the count?
Because I like to know how long my playthrough is.
It tells you when you save it.
Oh, but I want to know from...
Oh, okay, you've probably got more hours in the game than I have then. Because I've got 364 hours total.
Total. Oh, okay. Right, yeah. Oh, that's fine then. We're about the same.
Yeah.
It's good.
And I literally have looked at having to build 500 of something. I can't remember this is to get to the next.
So the game, for those that don't know, Satisfactory is effectively you build things, you optimize processes, you take raw materials, and you build things with them, and you look for like optimization in order to make the most of stuff. And you advance through. It's quite good because it's not just a case of here build everything you like. It is kind of step by step, and you build factories, and the idea is you tear the factories down to restart again and whatnot. Some of the numbers are like crazy.
Yeah.
So like to build, what was I building the other day? So engines. I built a factory for engines. I don't know if I showed you that.
No.
I built a factory for engines, and to build, I think 5 engines a minute.
Mm-hmm.
I think I take in 4 maybe 5 pure iron nodes,
Okay, yeah.
and then run them through this factory.
Well, fair enough.
It's just it is a good game, and it's a game which you could if you play it like it's your game and you play like a couple of hours every day or an hour every day, it's great. What I struggle with now is I've taken quite a long break. I haven't played it in probably 2-3 weeks. Going back to it, where I was in the middle of doing something. What was I doing?
Yeah.
How it's like. So I started messing around with trains, and then I was like, actually, I'm trying to cram trains into too smaller area. Yeah. Trains need to be big area, like around the map kind of area.
Yes.
And yeah, there are. If you're ever interested, look on the Satisfactory Reddit, and some people's maps and buildings they build. Some people go way like into the architectural side of it and build like beautiful buildings.
Yeah.
And so I've started.
I'd be more interested in that, I think, than the kind of like, is everything working perfectly?
Yeah, and so I started doing that. A lot of my original buildings were just boxes.
Yeah.
And as you progress through and you get tokens to be able to buy in game. The tokens are you generate them in game. You send stuff into a resource sink and you get tokens for it. Mm-hmm. And you buy tokens and that gets you access to more architectural stuff. So like wires, like on suspension bridges they have wires. Like you get access to those, and you get access to like different types of windows. So you can start making things look better.
That's cool.
So I basically hooked up a resource sink to my fuel that was doing generators. And overflow plastic, which is about 1,000 per minute, into the resource sink. So I ended up getting something like 100 something tokens, and so that basically means you can buy everything in the shop. So I have everything now. So I was like, do you know what? My buildings aren't just going to be giant squares that have everything built on it and then glass around the top. I'm actually going to build a building and then make the factory fit into that building.
Yeah.
So it looks good rather than just works well.
Yes. Yeah.
So like my latest one with these engines, I built a road through the middle of the factory, so you can drive through it, and then it's built up a level with safety barriers up there. There's like lights hanging down. Like it actually looks like a real building rather than just a weird. But you can go into it, and it's crazy. It's a lot of time.
So on the subject of getting resources together, one of the things that I've got to build 500 of. One of the earliest things that you need for it, you need 100,000 units of this cable, which is
smart wire.
Smart
wire?
No, it's not smart wire. It's just cable.
Okay,
it's just cable. So you need 200,000 units of copper wire to make that, which is, in the grand scheme of things, is not a lot, but it's just. The numbers get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger as you get further through the game,
and it becomes harder and harder and harder to do it. So you might have to do 1,000 engines, but 5 engines per minute is a huge factory, and a huge undertaking, and takes up a lot of resources to do. Where actually, to be honest, I probably should have made that 1 engine every minute, scale it right back, and actually just wait the time.
Yeah.
I'm there with you. Don't get me wrong. I'd rather do something fast and slow. I'm just trying to figure out if it does work on Steam Deck. Maybe I'll have to start up a save on a Steam Deck.
Oh dear.
Instead.
I
do love Satisfactory. It's a good game.
Yeah. Audiobooks.
Oh yeah.
So I've been listening to The Iron Kingdom, which is the next book in the line.
Oh, okay.
I've got an hour left of it, and it's all about the House Kamadar and their knights, and how the Imperium have come to collect their tithe from the planet, so they can progress the crusade further, and also have a stronghold at Kamadar. And it's all about
knights good knights or bad knights.
It's all some of them are bad knights,
ambiguous,
but it's very ambiguous. So it's all about the events that surround that and what happens.
Okay.
And there's also Black Templars in there as well.
Okay.
And Marines Malevolent. They're horrible.
I recently found out, I think I knew this already, but I recently started looking at Spotify books, because you can get access to a book on Spotify if you're a subscriber. So I listened to How to Parent Like You're a Dungeon Master.
Right.
And it's basically drawing the similarities behind playing D&D and being a parent.
Yeah.
And how actually you're just taking this kid on a
Use
journey,
persuasion.
like how you're just taking this kid on a journey and then giving them experiences in order to level up their different kind of like abilities.
Yeah.
And it talks about how it's kind of like, I'd say it's a parenting book, like a basic bitch how to do shit parenting book with a D&D spin on it, and it's written by one of the women who work for Wizards of the Coast. Is it Wizards of the Coast who own it now? Yeah, who work for them. And she works inside the team, and she wasn't a D&D player before she started working there, and then she became a big one, and now she writes books on it.
Fair enough.
So that was quite good. I finished that. I probably should find out the name, so actually credit it properly.
Yeah, credit it properly. What's the thing about books and stuff, right? Black Library bringing out a new website.
Black Library are retiring their Black Library website, which, to be fair, is creaky and old.
It is.
And has been the same for all the time. So because they're retiring their old website, they are creating a new app and probably compendium website to go alongside. It would be a bit strange what, but they are retiring their old website, which means when you bought direct audiobooks from them, or books from them, you got a download link.
Yeah.
Saved into your account on the Black Library website.
Yeah.
The Black Library website will cease to exist like the 31st of August.
Yes.
So if you want to get your books, you need to download them from there and then save them. So so books that you might have had on, I don't know, you were an iPhone user on the iOS books.
There are
app.
Definitely books that I've got that I currently don't have.
So you need to download them and put them onto a USB stick or something. Because like I did it, I had something like 20, and like I haven't read them. Actually, I was looking through them and thinking, I might read that.
Yeah, that's quite cool.
I think it's. I've started going into a bit of a deep dive into ebooks. I've started reading a lot more, trying to read a lot more, and I've been looking at whether or not I want to go down the kind of e-reader route and get like a
Kindle or something.
I don't know if I want a Kindle.
Yeah,
mainly
I
because
only say that because I'm ignorant, so I know of a Kindle.
Yeah, so
that's an e-reader, right?
My problem with like subscribing to a Kindle is you can't. You used to be able to download your Kindle books. You can't do that anymore because you can download the file, but it's an encrypted file. So you need to I think you can probably find the program. I'd be very surprised you can't find the program to unencrypt it. So you never really own anything with Amazon. Like the same thing for like streaming services. You never own any of the movies you watch. Like renting through Amazon Prime, you never own it, or buying through Amazon Prime, you don't own it. You're buying a license to have it. Anyway, so I don't mind. Black Library was good because you download it and you get the file.
Yes.
And you can put that file anywhere you like. You can save it on your hard drive, you can put it on cloud, you can put it wherever you like. And I think the if you buy into like an ecosystem like Kindle, then you can't do that.
Yeah.
But I don't really want to buy $7.99 books that are just going to sit on a shelf. Like I've got loads of books. When I say loads, I've got a shelf of books, like a shelf unit of books, and I don't really want any more. Like I'm not worried. I'm not one of these weird paper people that likes the feeling of books and paper and need it to be that's my reading experience.
Yeah. I like the feeling of it, but it doesn't need to be.
Yeah. So I was looking at e-readers, and I was looking at whether or not trying to avoid Kindle, whether or not there was other ones out there that I could buy. That would mean I could buy ebooks, but a lot of them have their own proprietary stores.
Yeah.
And you can buy from them. And with like people like Black Library going away, I don't know where you can buy like e-pubs, like e-pub
I don't know.
books from places. Like, so I don't know whether or not it's the right way of doing it. But it would be good because just like having access to more of them, and like I'm trying to. The reason I was looking at e-readers is because I was trying to get away from like the blue light element of your screens, of like using an because I was just going to use an iPad, and just you can download the Kindle app, and use the books app, and do that. So I don't know. I need to figure that out.
But surely you can just put it onto night mode permanently, so you're not constantly.
Yeah, so you get the orange.
Yeah,
screen.
you can get the orange one. But it's still a backlit screen.
Yeah,
like it's still not the same. Like where the like Amazon Paperwhite ones or the Kindle Paperwhite ones were like no backlight screen, and it just like shows you it. And then you can buy ones now that have backlights, and you can buy ones that have lights that come out the front, like kind of shite. Fucking lights everywhere. Yeah, I don't know. Like maybe I'll just buy books. I've been going to the library a lot more and just renting books through there, but you don't get the instant gratification of getting a book from the library.
Yeah,
because the ones I want to read, weirdly, my local library
don't have. Yeah,
so I have to order them in.
Right,
that takes like 2 to 3 weeks. So yeah, it's what a first world problem to have, that I have access to.
How dare you?
How dare I?
It's outrageous.
Yeah. Bloody rageous.
Well, I mean, that's been a bit of a meandering chat through what we've been up to, or lack of what we've been up to. I'm certainly hoping that, like next month will really be the trigger that will explode our enthusiasm back into gaming, and particularly, obviously, the Heresy, building towards an event that we're hosting. It does feel like whenever we are like doing something a bit more official, life just becomes a bit more difficult or a bit more varied, and so that drive and passion becomes a bit harder to find.
Yeah,
but I think it's coming. I think next month will be a fun one.
Can you feel it in your loins?
Yes, as long as we get there.
Yeah.
But yeah. So anyway, we're going to take a quick break and come back with our lore spotlight on quarantined worlds in the Imperium.
We've been running Hangouts for years, either down on the farm, if you know you know, or hosted on an online Hangout space. For each session, we post a link in our Discord and Facebook group, and just click it and you're in. The podcast hosts a weekly Hangout every Wednesday evening from 8:30, taken care of by Mike, one of our moderators, and a monthly Hangout on the last Sunday of each month from 8 PM, hosted by one of our podcast hosts, but 100% it will not be Neil. Whether you want to hobby along or just hang out and chat, you'll find a relaxed, positive atmosphere and plenty of like-minded people. We'd love to see you at one soon.
Also, whenever I hear that advert, I also want to just go, fuck you!
It's perfect.
Am I lying, though?
It's perfect.
It's perfect.
Oh, right. Well, welcome back. This is the Spotlight. And for this episode, we're talking about quarantined worlds in the Imperium. So I'm going to kind of do an intro of what is a quarantine world, what classifies that, give some simple examples, and then we're going to shoot through some of the main kind of, I guess, famous, if you want to call them that, quarantined worlds that exist in the universe.
What is a quarantined world, Matthew?
Oh, so a quarantined worlds are an imperial classification of planets. These worlds are deemed too dangerous to settle or explore, but still seen for some reason as to be too valuable to destroy or ignore completely. These planets are placed under strict quarantine by the Administratum or Inquisition, and sometimes are even blockaded to ensure that nothing may enter or leave its surface until the Imperium can properly utilise or subdue whatever is on the planet. Resources on these worlds tend to be scarce, and those trapped there must scourge for whatever can be found. A world could be marked as quarantined for a number of reasons, such as a pathogen, some form of warp contamination, dangerous creatures. However, some remain verdant paradises untouched by the outer universe, and only they know why it's a quarantined world. They just want a secret holiday spot. Some quarantine worlds are rumoured to be covered in psychic storms that burn away sanity. Others are said to be stalked by ethereal remnants of long-dead races amongst once grand temples. And few have simply experienced events so terrible that the Imperium deems that what transpired there must remain a secret forever. The inhabitants of these worlds might be utterly unaware of their world's quarantine status, having become little more than a myth. Others could be fully aware of their home status and wear this imprisonment as a punishment. Individuals on these worlds can attempt to seek redemption by addressing what has prompted their quarantine. This could be slaying some beasts, stomping out a blight, or destroying a source of warp corruption. Those that seek to find a way off-world will have to beat the immeasurable odds stacked against them, both in order to depart and to retain their freedom afterwards. Individuals that make it off-world will tend to be killed immediately if their world of origin is discovered. Some might be hunted by an inquisitor to be interrogated about said world before being brutally tortured and eventually killed once usefulness has been drained from them. This isn't always the case, depending on the inquisitor, as well as the situation in question, of course. Yeah, there's a little wiggle room.
Always.
But they're not known to be lenient, are the Inquisition? No. So I'm just going to give you 3 very brief examples of quarantined worlds before we then jump into some of the more bigger and more famous ones. So first we have Phagos Rex, which was declared classified and forbidden after becoming engulfed by a warp storm during the Pale Stars campaign during the Horus Heresy. Now, that one could be quite a long and potential spotlight in itself, so we'll go with that for now.
Rog.
But big warp storm engulfs the whole planet, no one go down, scary, scary time, is why it's quarantined. Then we have Relas, which was declared quarantined shortly after the liberation by Lord Ebengrave due of paranoia of Tau sympathizers. The once prosperous mining world fell to ruin and anarchy as the quarantine held for decades. The quarantine would prove warranted for completely unrelated reasons, as something more dangerous was found deep at the bottom of the world's oceans. This is from the Death Watch roleplay series of guidebooks, This Planet. 'Cause I thought, I want to learn more about this story. Started digging, and it's basically one of the campaigns from the Death Watch roleplay. And so they've created this world for that purpose. So a mysterious danger at the bottom of the ocean. That isn't Tau.
What could be?
Yeah, who knows? Who knows? Something sympathetic to the Tau, perhaps. Maybe the quarantine was justified.
Maybe the Tau are quarantined.
Maybe. And lastly, we have Vapaus.
Vapaus.
It's a hard one to say.
Fap.
No. It's a V, not an F.
Fap. It could be a silent F.
Vape. Vapaus. I don't know.
Pause. Vapoose. Vapoose.
Vapoose.
Vapoose is a good word.
Vapoose is a good word. We'll go with Vapoose. So Vapoose was a former mining hub and trading post placed under quarantine due to a strange phenomenon where all inhabitants entered a vegetative state, unable to be awakened. Incoming vessels and people succumbed to the same fate after staying for some time. No further explanation or solution to this could be found of why this happens.
I think, as a race, they all sound like the Swedish meatball guy from the Muppets. The Swedish chef guy from the Muppets.
Okay. Maybe. And now, there could be a multitude of reasons and mystery behind why these worlds are quarantined. But the Imperium like to quarantine quite a few. And in this segment, we're going to highlight the most famous ones. I would guess that most of these worlds, you would have heard those names before, but may not know the reason behind them. And you may not actually know that they are part of the listed quarantined worlds within the Imperium. And Sam is going to kick us off with the first one.
Vrax.
Vrax
Prime. I always remember you looking at the Forge World Siege of Vrax book.
Yeah.
And it was always one of those books I was like, I should buy that. Never did, and I'm very sad. So,
I'm a bit like that with the, Anphilian project, the Tyrannid one.
Yeah.
Always wanted that book and never did that.
So Vrax Prime was the only inhabited world of the Vrax system and was an armory world of the Imperium, used as a vast storage facilities for supplies and equipment. Basically, we store stuff there so ships can come and refuel, rearm, refill. Everything. Vrax Prime was a cool, dry, tectonically stable world with no multicellular life. Sulfur-rich oceans covered 55% of the planet's surface. Violent electrical storms form on short notice, bringing torrential downpours that turn the sulfur soil into a sticky mud as it drains away. The Vrax system was discovered in the Imperium's expansion after the Age of Strife, The Van Meer rogue trader household explored the world, and the Van Meersland Wastes are named in their honour. What a wonderful way to be named.
We should call it the Wastes.
We'll call it the Wastelands. It's theirs. They named it. The world was established as an armory world for exploration and other operations around the Eye of Terror, lying to the southeast of the system. The Administratum built a fortress and a starport to protect the world's stockpiles of arms and armour. Just lots of arms just there in a box. The Fortress of Vrax was the Administratum's base of operations in the system, built in an extinct volcano. The fortress was gradually expanded and fortified, creating a virtually impregnable bastion that protected Vrax's vital supply line. I was going to make a really horrible joke there. That protected Vrax's vital supply lines from Xenos and pirate raids for millennia. In M38, the Cardinal Astral built a basilica dedicated to administering the faith of the labour workforce and consecrated with the bones of the martyred Saint Leonius. A detachment of the Adeptus Terra from the Order of the Argent Shroud protect the basilica. Can you see how we're now building up, getting ourselves ready for the Siege of Vrax book? Starting to laying the different factions to make them so that we can sell it to multiple players. The Siege of Vrax. Cardinal Astral Xiphon made Vrax Prime his base of operations under the advisement of Deacon Mammon. Concerned elements within the Order Hereticus deployed an assassin to kill Xiphon. When the attempt failed, the planet rose up in open revolt. An astrophic distress signal reached the Department Meditorium, and the 88th Siege Army was organised to retake the planet. The Siege of Vrax took 18 years, and over 14 million guardsmen died in the conflict. Chump change. The renegade forces received reinforcements from the Alpha Legion, Khorne Berserkers, Plague Marine warbands. Inquisitor Lord Hector Rex, a beautiful model, as I've still got mine, assumed overall command of the siege when demonic forces came into play. The 18-year conflict rendered the planet useless, and the systems now prohibited. The original goals of the mission to retake the planet for the rogue Cardinal Xiphon and reclaim the world's armories were theoretically completed and a success. However, while the Imperium hands the taint, lovely word, of chaos lingered, and the planet was quarantined by the Inquisition, the world was too ruined to be of much use anyway. With its armories being used up in the war, thus it remains that Vrax is a barren wasteland that few other than the members of the Order Malleus are allowed to enter.
Yeah,
Ooh.
it's interesting that they've kept it quarantined. So that's the bit that I knew about Vrax and the Siege of Vrax, of course, and Hector Rex and all that stuff. But there's clearly, I don't know whether when the demons came in, there's a warp portal now or something that they're not telling us. But having it still quarantined, I get that it's like a wasteland and not much use. So why bother quarantining it?
I feel like, weirdly, in 40k lore, the Imperium seems to have this massive hey, everything's fine, guys. Don't worry about it. There's nothing here type attitude. Whereas it feels like all the books we read, everybody knows that chaos exists.
Yep.
But in the actual like background, the average Joe doesn't know anything about it. So like they probably quarantined it because shit went down there. Like Khorne Berserkers, Alpha Legion, Plague Marines, like that planet is going to be fucking tainted. So why would they open it back up? They probably killed the entire 88th Siege regiments because they were on the planet. So I guess it's more of a, hey, we don't really know what chaos is and how it spreads. So if we don't quarantine it and we start resettling it, then there'll probably be another chaos uprising. So let's just quarantine it because we have fucking loads of other worlds. So
yeah, I guess why waste like useful blockades, whatever to guard this quarantined planet when you could just blow it up. Like I don't know.
But they're not always
exterminatus.
They're not always protected that way.
True.
Sometimes they are just like self-autonomous orbital platforms.
Yeah, and just you go into the sector and you get some alert that just says quarantined world, and you're like, okay, I'll leave that one alone.
I think it was Futurama that had that, but it was like a wooden picket sign on a little floating bit of rock, and it was just like warning don't go beyond this line or something like that. Maybe it's something like that.
Yeah, maybe. It just doesn't fit the Imperium very well. Like They don't like leaving things to chance, you know? Like, someone just ignores a sign, goes down, and then, there's a whole new warp cult that starts up. Like,
but maybe it's actually, in a millennia, this might be useful again.
Yeah.
So we don't want to exterminate it and basically make it completely pointless
Yeah.
forever.
Could be.
Who knows?
Indeed. Right. Next planet, Olympia. Olympia was the homeworld of the Iron Warriors Space Marine Legion.
It was.
And it was originally a rugged, mountainous world whose population was concentrated in many city-states spread across the planet's surface. The planet had vast amounts of stone available and large fortresses were built. One of the city-states, the home of the Primarch Perturabo, was named Lokos. The leader of Lokos, known as the Tyrant of Lokos, dominated the region. When the Emperor arrived, he granted Perturabo a Space Marine Legion. He used this new force to depose the Tyrant of Lokos and take control of the planet. He recruited from the population of Olympia and joined the Emperor on his great crusade. Much later, just prior to the heresy, Perturabo, already shaken by the Sactrada Deeps campaign, learned that Olympia was in rebellion against him. Governor Damakos had passed away, and in the power vacuum left after his death, the Olympian lords had resumed their politicking and bickering. In truth, however, the rebellion was covertly engineered by the word bearers. Surprise.
They're always the ones to blame.
Sneaky word bearers that just whisper in the ear. Perturabo was devastated and returned to cleanse his world with a terrible rage. He gave the planet's occupants the choice to enact decimation, selecting 1 in every 10 of their own to die, or face extermination and enslavement if they refused.
When you hear the word terrible, do you instantly think of Star Wars Episode 1? Terrible! Is that what you guys go to? Really?
No.
That's what I hear. Anytime anyone says terrible, I just think of Jar Jar Binks.
Yeah, really. That's funny.
Like, do his old, like, little
Terrible.
Terrible.
Yeah.
Terrible things to me. I'm
It's
glad
just
it's
you.
just me.
It's just you.
Yeah, that is just you.
That line lives rent-free in my head forever. Like, to the point where if I'm going to say it in my head, I say that. That's how I say it.
The only one from Star Wars that will pop up is I have a bad feeling about this.
Oh.
Because it's
It's
common,
like everything, right?
It's a common trope.
Wipe them out. I can't say wipe them out.
Yeah. Wipe them out is a good one.
That's definitely
Wipe them out. All of them.
Enact Order 66.
No, the one that always gets me is such a basic bitch one, but is the hello there.
Hello there.
Hello there.
Yeah, no. Going on the meetings at work when I join them, they're like, "You right, mate? Hello there."
Yeah.
Hello there. Right. Okay. So each city was cleansed street by street, leaving few alive. By the end, Olympia was a slavery, and By the end, Olympia was in slavery, and over 5 million were dead. Some Iron Warriors refused to take part in the carnage, and they too were struck down by their brothers. Great pyres burnt in the skies of Olympia that day. After the failure of the Horus Heresy and Horus's death, the Iron Warriors retreated back to their strongholds. Olympia held out against a combined Ultramarines and Imperial Fist attack for 2 years, but ultimately, when it was determined the Loyalists would defeat them, the Iron Warriors triggered their own missile stockpiles, with the resulting explosion turning Olympia into a vast barren wasteland, and from that day on, the world was declared Perdita by the Imperium. Due to the radiation, the rock that was Olympia is still in quarantine today.
Just crazy radiated world of marine
So they must
history.
have had atomics.
Yeah. That's crazy. Just that whole history is kind of crazy, right? Like, this whole thing is just... All right, you're in rebellion, cool, kill 1 in 10. And then a few years later, we picked a side. It went wrong. Everyone's attacking us. Let's just blow ourselves up. That's just crazy. Oh.
Joy.
So next we have Belial 4. Belial 4 was one of the early Eldar homeworlds. However, after the fall of the Eldar, it was pulled into the Eye of Terror and is now a crone world, deserted and abandoned. The planet is the location of the Temple Palace of Asheran, containing a sacred Eldar artifact of black crystal, the Death Sword. Belial 4 was once one of the thriving worlds at the heart of the Eldar Empire. For millennia, it was a prosperous paradise of luxurious and beautiful cities at the centre of a web of influence. The cataclysmic birth of Slaanesh that tore the Empire apart turned the world into a blasted wasteland and purgatory for the dead and all their treasures and riches. Hidden within haunted cities, countless waystones are also scattered across the world to this day. During the Imperium's first survey, Belial was marked on the star charts of the Imperium as forbidden under the interdict of the Ecclesiarchy. It was rumoured in the Imperium to be haunted, covered in the ruins of a lost race and steeped in ancient evil. In Abaddon's the Despoiler's 13th Black Crusade, the Word-Bearers,
Funny that.
constructed the Black Cathedral there and began to worship the Chaos Gods. Their dedicated worship was able to stem the warp storms surrounding Cadia, which stabilised the existence of demons that were summoned on nearby worlds. However, the Eldar later managed to scour the surface of Belial in honour of their lost empire. Shortly after the 13th Black Crusade, the Ynnari led an expedition to Belial 4 to capture one of the Crone Swords, battling demons along the way. Basically, Belial 4 is quite an active world, but it's a spooky world that the Imperium want nothing to do with, so it's quarantined.
Ooh, there's scary stuff there.
It's just like, it was an Elder world that was beautiful and amazing. Then Slaanesh was born, so now it's a dead world with loads of Eldar floating around as ghosts, I guess. And then the Word-Bearers turn up and turn it demony, and so screw this, don't go near it, it's quarantined.
Yep.
That's the basic gist of Belial 4.
Next up, Cygnus Prime. So if you're looking for a vacation spot in the Warhammer 40k universe, Cygnus Prime is definitely at the bottom of the list. It is the site of one of the most infamous and traumatic events of my Horus Heresy experience.
Yes.
The Fear to Tread incident. Cygnus Prime was the capital world of the Cygnus Cluster, a once thriving system that became a massive honeypot designed by Horus Lupercal to destroy or corrupt, we don't mind either, Sanguinius and his Blood Angels Legion. So they were lured in by Horus sent the Blood Angels there under the guise of liberating the system from Xenos. However, the system had already fallen to the forces of chaos, specifically Slaanesh and Khorne. The population had been butchered or transformed into Scriveners of Agony.
Yeah, that's not a nice mix, Slaanesh and Khorne.
No.
Although none of the Chaos Gods are a nice mix, I suppose.
Which one would you rather be?
Ooh.
Like, if you had to be tainted by one of the Chaos Gods?
Ooh.
I think Plague.
I think I'm a Nurgle guy.
Yeah, I think Nurgle. I think I'd rather
it's
be...
like ignorance is bliss.
Like,
just
have
like
the eternal
whatever.
sniffles
The
over...
eternal sniffles.
Yeah,
after
like just...
enjoying pain
don't know.
and pleasure and
Eternal sniffles.
eternal
I think it's
sniffles.
just like you're...
Definitely not to Zinch.
You, whenever I've read Nurgle, like certainly Space Marines, but in general, like they're either not aware of who they are and what they're doing, or quite like their new stench or foulness, and it's a bit like, and it's like joyous to them.
Yeah.
And although that's obviously a corrupt, horrible thing, it seems less than like having body parts chopped apart and being murdered at any moment for Khorne. And Slaanesh is just a bit more sinister for me. Just
I don't know. I quite like the touchy-feeliness of Slaanesh.
The touchy feelings.
I think you would.
Slaanesh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could see you in leather.
Zinch is a no-no.
You have seen me. Zinch, yeah, I don't get that. I want a bird beak.
I said I could see you in leather.
Yeah, anytime. Right, so that's good to know. By the time the Blood Angels arrived, the laws of physics on Cygnus Prime had basically checked out. A massive profane structure built from the bones of the planet's billions of inhabitants was there, called the Cathedral of the Mark.
Just lots of people called Mark.
Yeah. Just Mark's Cathedral was there.
Anyone? Are there any Marks? Kill them.
And then the planet was saturated with warp energy designed to trigger the hidden genetic flaw in the Blood Angels, known as the Red Thirst, driving them into a mindless, murderous frenzy. Sanguinius, obviously the Primarch of the Blood Angels, for those who don't know, faced his greatest test. He nearly died at the hands of Kabanda. Kabanda is a bloodthirster. He broke Sanguinius' legs and slaughtered 500 Space Marines in the single blow, triggering the Black Rage prototype.
Ooh. Like a baby Black Rage.
Yeah. Kairos the Perverse. What a great name. Would be
you
good.
could just call that Chris.
Chris the Perverse. No, I've heard Kairos. Kairos. Like Kylo. Kairos. Kylo Ren.
Kylo Ren.
Chris... No, because I know. Kairos the Perverse. Imagine that. What's your name? My name's Sam the Perverse. Keeper of the secrets of Slaanesh attempted to tempt Sanguinius into a pact to save his sons from this genetic curse. And then Amit, the Flesh Terror, is his Blood Angel captain. He succumbed to deeply to the rage that he allegedly attacked his own brothers during the fog of war. Definitely did not happen. The Blood Angels eventually won the battle, but the scars remain forever. The birth of the Rage. So while the Red Thirst existed before, Cygnus Prime is widely seen as the moment the Legion's psychic trauma became an incurable stain on their souls. So there is reference to it before when Horus meets with Sanguinius, and Horus follows Sanguinius into like this cave. Which has been surrounded by the Sanguinary Guard, and in there is one of the Blood Angels that's fallen to the curse.
Oh, right.
I can't remember what book it is.
That's cool.
But then, so Sanguinius...
Was it not in this? Was it not right at the beginning of
Maybe it's at the beginning of this one, yeah.
It might be, yeah.
So Horus knew about this kind of like trait, but it was so low in number that it wasn't really a big deal, whereas I think this is kind of made it more of a thing. And then Sanguinius realized the true depth of Horus's betrayal and the existence of demons, changing how the Legion fought for the rest of the heresy.
Yeah.
And then the planet was left as a dead world. It was cleansed of life, but forever haunted by the echoes of the massacre.
And now quarantined.
No one goes there.
Avoid any bad stuff ever happening there again.
I think if you just ignore it, it doesn't happen. It's not a thing anymore.
Yeah.
So if you just no one goes there, no one talks about it. We leave the postcards up to advertise going there.
Well, again, it's going to be one of those things that's like redacted, right? Because they're not going to openly talk about the flaw in the Blood Angels and all this stuff happening and the presence of demons. It's just going to be redacted. Don't go there.
Yeah.
It's a dead world. Leave it be.
Yeah. Yeah. Cool.
Next up, we've got Sarvacal 22B.
Probably the least well-known one of the ones we've shared.
Yeah, this is the first time I've heard of it. So it's Quarantine World, located in the Sarvacal cluster by the Ghoul Stars in the Ultima segmentum. Access was forbidden by the Ordo Xenos of the Inquisition. It was one of the planets populated by the Scythor fiends, who are a Xenos race who have spindly limbs, vile faces, elongated and very inhuman.
They have giant claws on their hands as well. So I looked up a picture of these things, and they're like emancipated human.
Right.
Yeah, just like skin, like gangly, thin. But they have giant claws on their hand, at the end of their arms that they're just like dragging along the floor. And their faces are almost a bit like plague bearer-y, like Cyclops, Horn, or like that vacant looking, like glass-eyed, drooling, just a bit freaky.
Fair enough. So the Scythors are not alive in the sense that humans would understand. Scythor fiends were seen as vicious creatures by the Imperium, and every probe or scout team sent into their territory never returned. They often clashed with the Death Spectres, which were tasked with watching over the Ghoul Stars. At one point, the Death Spectres launched a major campaign to destroy the Scythors, only to find their worlds empty. As a result, the chapter became aware of the fact that Scythors possessed technologies which they could ultimately evade any attempt to exterminate them. Eventually, the Scythors returned to their old planets and reclaimed them. Interesting. In late M41, the race was largely exterminated by the Black Templars and Death Spectres in the Ghoul Star Crusade. After the Ghoul Star Crusade, Survival 22b described as a world of nightmare oceans and monolithic alien spires remains quarantined after the sudden disappearance of the fiends that occupied the world during the Crusade. Until the Imperium know for sure that the seemingly undetectable fiends are truly gone from the planet, it will remain isolated from Imperial citizenry.
Can you imagine just like, the Space Marines are coming, quick, go invisible.
Let's go and hide.
It's kind of crazy. And you just imagine like the Imperium are like, well, they might still be there. So, but it's a useful planet, so we don't want to blow it up. So I guess we'll just wait and see if they it's like the longest game.
It will figure itself out.
It's the longest game of hide and seek. Just eventually they might just appear, and then we'll kill them, and then we can have the planet. But until then, we don't want to risk it. That's interesting. Oh. So anyway, to round off this spotlight, I thought it'd be kind of interesting. We've done this a few times with a few of the different spotlight topics. But for each of us to come up with our own quarantined world and give it about 200, 250 words to set a scene of a world ready for a campaign in Warhammer 40k. So this is kind of taking the idea of quarantined worlds, some of those that we've just shared, and sharing a world background that you could use to bump start a Crusade campaign or just play a series of 40k games around that theme and that world. So I'll go first. My world is Zandari X or Zandari 10, which was a mining world of epic scale. All inhabitants and resources were dedicated towards the mining of promethium in the vast natural springs deep underground. The world became quarantined after an unimaginable detonation occurred, blasting a quarter of the mining operations across the world to pieces. Millions were thought to have died, and production was halted. When teams went in to assess the damage and gain an accurate death toll, what they found stunned them to the core. The bodies of those miners thought dead, caught in the blast, were seen walking aflame, yet not burning up. More and more come from the tunnels, chanting 3 words over and over again. Burn with me. Burn with me.
Burn with me.
Since that day, Imperial scientists study from afar, trying to ascertain the potential threat these creatures now pose, and until they know how to cure, kill, or control this new population of inflamed inhabitants, the planet will remain locked down to anyone without the highest Administratum clearances.
Cool.
So yeah, just kind of a weird on-fire zombie plague that means, no one's allowed on that planet.
Yeah.
Cool. Do you want me to go next?
Yeah.
Cool. I've got Vigil 7.
Ooh.
So it's the Iron Shroud. So Vigil 7 was once a vital industrial hub until sub-level Contagion 09, a techno-blight of unknown origin, began rewriting the planet structure.
Ooh.
To prevent the spread from it to neighbouring hive worlds, the Inquisition enacted a permanent cordon. Today, the planet is encased in a low-orbit cage, a network of weaponised satellites and void mines programmed to vaporise anything attempting to leave the atmosphere. On the surface, the sun is a dim memory filtered through a permanent smog of chemical suppressants pumped into the air by orbital tankers. The campaign begins... So I wrote this for like a gaming campaign.
Cool.
So the campaign begins as the suppression tankers start to fail. Massive rusted hive spires are being overtaken by pulsating metallic growths that bleed black oil.
Ooh.
The surviving population, descendants of the original workers, have regressed into scavenging cults, some worshipping the blight, others desperately maintaining the crumbling filtration machines. Your forces have arrived via a blind jump or a sanctioned breach, tasked with recovering lost STC fragments or a high-ranking Inquisitor before the Exterminator's clock hits 0. On Vigil 7, the environment is as lethal as the enemy. Every breath is a gamble, and every shadow hides a mutation that defies Imperial logic. So some campaign effects I thought of. So atmospheric decay. Every 3 turns, units must check for toxic fatigue or corrosion as the chemical smog eats through armor and lungs. Pass a save or instantly die.
That's great. Every 3 turns, though, is once per game.
So I had it so the 3 turns continue. Because I didn't know if we were doing this for 40k or for 30k.
Oh, okay.
So, like, I thought it would either be once per game, or if it carries on, or one way I thought about doing it was every 3 turns that kind of carry on through the campaign.
Okay, so if you had a 4-turn game, it would happen once, but then it would happen, what? 1, 2, 3. So it'd be this turn 2 on the second game.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool.
So it's kind of random throughout.
Yeah.
So the silent scavengers, so non-Imperium, non-Space Marine, so our Chaos, non-Space Marine, so including our Chaos Boys factions, such as Gene Stealer Cult or like Chaos Cults, so humans that lived on the planet, know the secret tunnels of the Dying Hive, so can deploy 2 deployment markers. I said deploy way too much in the sentence. Can deploy from 2 deployment markers anywhere on the board.
Nice.
So they can put down these markers as they're kind of like they're in infiltration
in the sewers or whatever,
and that's where they come from rather than like the standard 12 inches or whatever.
Yeah. That used to be a rule in something. Was it Necromunda?
So Gene Stealer Cult used to be able to do something similar.
Yeah, they had the blips.
Yeah, so that's what I was kind of going
that's
for.
Cool.
Like we're here, we're the hive.
We know where we're going.
We know who we are. And the orbital clock. So a literal timer for the campaign. After a set number of games, the orbital cage begins its final bombardment. I did play with this as being like you are to play 3 games and you only have 12 hours and you have to start like a clock during your game.
Like
and then when 12 happens, when 12 hours hits, that's when the game either just ends and that's the end of the campaign. But I didn't know
that'd be kind of cool. That's a kind of really fun way to do it. It's like a chess clock.
Yeah. And maybe you could do that. Maybe it's a case of like
each player gets 12 hours of gameplay.
Yeah, something like that. Like I was trying to figure something. What I wanted to do with that is basically to have like a sense of urgency to the games.
Yeah, the last game, like getting off the planet before it blows up, would be super tense.
Literally like that. And
that'd be cool.
So I was trying to figure out something like that, and I couldn't quite do it.
This would be really fun to play.
Do you know what? I did think that as I was doing it. And like I've been trying this month to look at our missions for our campaign. So I've been playing around with different mechanics in my head. So this kind of really helped with some of those. But yeah, that's it.
Cool.
That's Vigil 7.
Awesome. Cool. So lastly, we have got Karthax Primus.
Did you think of this while sat in your car? Is it Karthax, CAR? Karthax?
No, K.
I've closed my iPad, so I don't know what it is anymore.
Fair enough. So, quarantine buoys were established in high orbit around Karthax Prime under the authority of the Inquisition. All traffic to and from the system was prohibited. Automated transmissions on multiple channels repeat the same directive. The world is declared lost. Karthax Primus was formerly a major manufactorum hub with significant industrial output. Initial reports of hostile fauna, livestock predation and infrastructure damage were logged but assessed as isolated incidents.
Of course.
Subsequent astropathic disturbances indicated the presence of larger scale xenos organisms of unknown classification.
Kaijus.
Confirmation followed shortly thereafter. Gojira!
Gojira!
The primary incursion originated below the surface. Subterranean breaches compromised hab-block foundations and underhive transit routes, enabling mass emergence of hostile bioforms. Multiple Astra Militarum regiments deployed to containment zones and declared missing. Multiple Astra Militarum regiments deployed to containment zones were declared missing in action. Final transmissions reported heavy casualties and structural collapse of defensive positions. Exterminatus was considered and rejected to munitions scarcity and sector level priorities. Battlefleet assets instead enacted a full system quarantine. Orbital augurs now detect extensive bioorganic proliferation across continental and oceanic regions, including void-capable organisms in low orbit. Spore emissions are intercepted and destroyed by patrol craft. Isolated defensive positions remain active on the surface, and quarantine batteries stand ready pending further escalation.
Oh, so yours is like new. This has just happened. And what the hell are we going to do?
Exactly.
I like that you've addressed the, like, Exterminatus was considered, because the first part I was like, just Exterminatus the world. It was literally my first thought. And then I read down and was like, that's a good bit of narrative writing. That
yes.
is, to just include that, because that the reader can then go,
okay. Why have you not done?
Yeah.
They haven't got any.
You've addressed the choice. That's very cool. Well done, chaps. That was fun. I enjoyed that. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed Quarantined Worlds of the Imperium and our lore spotlight for the episode. We're going to have an advert break and come back with the closing of the show.
Got big ideas but running low on hobby supplies and kits? Now's the perfect time to stock up! As you do so, why not help us out by using the affiliate link with Element Games? Whether you're painting, building, or creating something totally new, you can support the podcast while getting the desired piece of plastic and much more. Find our links on Discord and the Facebook community safe room. Shop now at Element Games and know you're making a difference. Thank you for your continued support.
As Father Time.
Welcome back. This is the round out of the episode. First, just thank you for listening. I hope you've started to enjoy season 4. This is our second episode into the season. Next month, we will be talking about our first games in our narrative campaign, which is really, really exciting, although terrifying because I've got a lot of hobby to do before we do that. But yes, I'm looking forward to that. So you'll hear more of the story and the unfolding campaign of the Moon of Orlithia. As well as what we've been up to in the next month. I'm hoping to buy a bunch of stuff. That's quite exciting. Hopefully Sam will get out of his hobby funk.
I need to get the Saturnines done because they're going to feature in it.
Having the 2 out looks really cool, by the way. I pulled out the second guy.
Yeah.
And they're nicely posed differently.
Yeah.
Which I quite like. So I reckon the third, and you'll be quite happy with them.
Yeah.
I need them because I need to drop a hammer on some Empress children's faces.
Ah, yes.
So that's
yes,
fine.
Indeed.
I have a plan for you for the first game.
Okay.
It's going to be great.
Oh,
it rhymes with Morlord.
Oh, no. But yes, so you'll hear more about all of this and Sam's escapades next month. A quick reminder before we go, the next Hobby Hangout will be the 29th of March. That's a Sunday, last Sunday of March. And it will be from 8 p.m. Look for the Google Meet link in our Discord and on our Facebook. There'll be more stuff coming soon about the event as well, so hopefully we'll have more stuff to share with you in the build-up to that next month. Please do leave us a review. Join our social media. We have a Facebook page for the podcast. We have our Facebook community safe room, which is a great group that has gone quiet in the last year. So it'd be cool to see more posts on that and see that kind of building up again, as well as our Discord server. Links for that are always in the show notes, I believe, for the podcast, wherever you find it. But if you can't find it or it gets missed, do drop us a message. You can email us at the Adeptus Terra Podcast at gmail.com, and we can send that link to you and get you on the Discord as well. Anything else to add, gentlemen?
So I've been researching how to become a GW stockist and how it works.
Ooh.
And I've signed us up to become a GW stockist.
Oh, okay. That's what these messages
Cool.
are about then.
It's just a small... No, they're not. It's just a small investment.
Okay.
Because you have to buy certain things to
Yes,
become a
of
stockist.
course.
So, Neil, you're going to have to find space in your flat to host a paint rack.
Host a paint rack.
Yeah, it's not yours, but you will get a fully stocked paint rack that you need to find somewhere to put it.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
What do we benefit?
Oh, like the full-on shop one?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm
you
now
have
following.
to buy one of those to start with. So it's fun. What do we get?
How much is that?
They don't tell you. They just ask you to submit
that's
an
what you
inquiry.
need to have,
so
right?
you just have to have one of those. I've read through the kind of like. You also need to have an actual brick and mortar shop. So they'll find that out eventually.
Well, we could sell out of the skate park.
Exactly. That's brick and
It's a
mortar.
business.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can expand. This could actually happen.
No, I was just gonna say.
It definitely can't.
So we can sell Neil's ass. That's a business. pay for that new car.
Whoa. Why are we not selling the youngest person's ass?
We did talk about him being in leather. I think
Exactly.
there's mileage in that.
Hey. If I get to do a job I love every day, then why not?
Yeah. Check out our social media and our brand new OnlyFans.
That's a brand new OnlyFans. Sorry for that imagery.
Oh, God.
No.
Well, until next time.
Coming soon, the Adeptus Terra Podcast store.
Yeah. I've been Matt.
I've been Sam.
I've been Neil.
And this has been the Adeptus Terra Podcast. See you guys soon.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you for joining us on the Adeptus Terra Podcast as we waged war across the grim darkness of the far future. If you enjoyed this episode, be sure to follow, subscribe and leave a review wherever you're listening. It helps the signal cut through the wall. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram and Discord, where the war never truly ends and the discussion continues long after the last dice are rolled. Until next time, stand firm, trust in your war gear and remember, in the far future, there is only war.